Hello, everyone, and peace of Christ, all of you. Please invite your friends and let us have some good time together. If you are a Muslim, we are going to open our Pal Talk for you so you can call us and you can teach us about your God. Each time I speak to Muslims about their God, each one of them, he give me different answer. Each one of them, he know his God in different way, which is a clear sign that they are very confused about who is their God. So we have our, Pal Talk open. Look like we have a Muslim. So each time we ask, who is Allah didn't know? What is Allah didn't know? What is Allah didn't know? I mean, they give you, like, he is the creator. Hello? Hello?
Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. You are live on air, my friend. We are in YouTube.
Okay, perfect. I've just used YouTube. First of all, I'm excusing for my English. It's not very good.
No problem. No
but
problem.
I'm trying my best.
It's all right.
Yeah. I've seen videos you were talking about different things in Quran because I don't like the hadith. I'm Sunni,
Okay.
but I don't believe in that because for me, how can I say that? If you imagine, we have in different Sahih Bukhari or Muslim, you can kill a dog if you see black and so on. For me, this is this would not be God. God loves all his creatures, and for me, this is against God and the nature.
So you think? What do you think? The hadith is a fabrication. It is stupid. What do you think? Is it Muhammad who said that?
Yes. Yes.
So you believe in Muhammad as a prophet, but you believe the hadith itself is a fabrication. Muhammad is a prophet, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Every hadith, I believe, is not from him. But I would like to talk with you about different things, like what was Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, what was he like? What did he teach, or did he teach something, or did he do miracles?
My friend,
I don't know.
I don't know what to call you. There's a name I can call you. You don't have to give your real name. Doesn't matter really, but just give me a name. It's up to you.
What? Sorry?
What I can call you, like what I call you. I'm talking to you, but I don't know what to call you. What is your name? Ahmad, Muhammad?
I have...
You can give me any name you want.
Oh, no. My name is Valon. Valon. I'm from Albania.
Oh, okay. From Albania. Okay. So, my friend, like you mentioned now, in the hadith says that the black dog killed him, right? But isn't the Quran saying the same?
Really?
If you go to chapter 3, verse 106, what it says? Man. It says, on the day that some faces Allah will make them white, and some faces Allah will make them black. So it's the same, the black here, at the end of the day, Muhammad is referring to the good ones with the white face, and the bad one, with the black face. This is your prophet saying that, and this is Quran. This is not hadith. So what we would do now? Are we going to reject the Quran?
Oh man, it's very disturbing.
Yeah, this is Quran now. This is not hadith.
Yeah. On the day when some faces will become white and some faces will become black, as for those whose faces will become black, to them will be said, did you reject faith after accepting it? Oh man. I have different questions because I have the Quran in Albanian, and It translates. I wrote you yesterday because the farjaha.
Yeah,
So
we can go there, no problem.
what
Let,
does
let,
farjaha really mean? Because
no problem, we can go there, my friend.
sorry,
Just let us finish this one. What do you think about, you know, I mean, Allah will make all the bad ones black and all the one who they are good white. I mean, what is that? So obviously Islam consider black, you
yeah,
know, if the color of a black is color of sin.
But wasn't it not how was his name of the prayer caller, the Omar? I don't know. He was black also. I don't think it's
No, he was a
racism.
slave. He
Or
was a slave.
do you think
My
it's
friend,
everything black?
no, he was a slave. They were using him. Poor guy. Poor guy. He was using him. Yeah.
Okay.
You are my slave. All the white men, they stay
Oh.
late sleeping. You know, nobody like to wake up early morning. Who is the one? So Muhammad, he ordered Bilal. He ordered him. He didn't ask him, hey, Bilal, do you like to be the one who called? He ordered him, you know. So there's a huge difference. I order you to do it, and then you have no choice to do it or not to do it. You are just a slave. Why Muhammad don't do it? Shouldn't
Oh
be he the
man.
first one to wake up to pray for Allah? Why even
Yeah,
he,
for sure.
why he
For
even
sure.
need Bilal?
It
I mean,
doesn't make
he
sense.
is the prophet. He is the one who will call for the prayer. He is the first Muslim in that territory. So he should be the first one called to the prayer, not the slave, the poor black slave.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
That's
what do you
crazy.
think about this? I mean, why what the relationship between the black and white? Why the bad ones in Islam always? And there's many verses, by the way. I mean, not only here. Like now we are showing you chapter 3, you know, 06, but you know, it's all over the Quran. There's many places. If you go to this story of a Jassasa, I don't know if you heard about it. You know, there is a beast will come.
Of the story of sorry.
Al Jassasa, Al
Oh
Jassasa.
yes, yes. That's another question because I think the one who will take this beat out, it's in my mind is the devil, not the God. So it's a little
Yeah,
bit
no, Al
confusing.
Jassasa
Is it in Quran?
yeah, Al Jassasa. You know, a story. If you go to chapter of Al Naml, if we go to Al Naml, chapter 27, verse number 82. And then we go all the way to verse 82. It says here that when, you know, the translation is very funny. Muslim translation is very, you know. Don't be upset from me when I say Muslim translation, stupid translation, because that's what it is, you know. I mean, don't be upset because you are a Muslim. So
Yes,
it says here,
of course.
yeah,
That's a big reason. That's a big reason.
yeah. Look, it says here, when the word of torment is fulfilled against them, we shall bring out from the earth a beast. Okay, then this beast, if you go and read any interpretation, you will see the interpretation saying that the beast is called a Jassasa. It have a mix of look, you know, have a face of etc., a tail of etc., legs of etc., and then it's going to have the stick of Moses and the ring of Solomon, and it's going to hit you in your face. And if you are a Muslim, it's going to make you very white, shiny white, and if you are a non-Muslim, will make you black. So when the day come of resurrection, how people recognize each other, who is a believer, who is not a believer, all the Christians, the Jews, the Hindus, the Buddhas, etc., they will be black. All the Muslims will be white. When we talk about the Muslims, those are the sect which Allah He approved, because not all Muslims will go to heaven according to Islam. So if this is the belief, you know, and this is God, how He recognized the good from one. He make all the bad ones black, and He made all the good ones white. So what kind of religion? Obviously, this is a very, you know, sick religion. If you read here, this is Ibn Kathir. It says, a beast will emerge from the earth, and it will be with it a staff of Musa and the ring of Suleiman, and it will strike the disbeliever with the staff in his face, of the face of the believer, bright with the ring. And then when they gather to eat, people, they recognize each other, say, oh, you are kafir. How? Because he's black. Read carefully. Let us continue reading down there. It says that this beast, it have the following description. Okay, let us see. Its head is the head of a bull, its eyes the eyes of a pig, Its ears, the ears of an elephant. Its horn, the horns of a stag. The neck is the neck of an ostrich. The chest is a chest of a lion. The color is the color of a tiger. And its hinges are like the hinges of a cat. Its tail is like the tail of a ram. And it is leg like legs of a camel, etc. So this description. And then it says, there will be no believer without marking a white spot in his face, which will spread until all his face is shining white as a result. And will be no disbeliever left without making a mark, a black mark in his face, or spot in his face, which will spread and all his face will be black as a result. So what do you think?
Oh man, that's really, really sick. But can I tell you something? The tafsir, I don't want to be rude words, but I don't like them, the tafsirs or the hadith, because we are all humans and we made mistakes. So just my opinion was the Quran, but this explanation
But
that
even the Quran
this is
says,
very, very sick, very.
But even the Quran said clearly the word Allah will make faces, in the judgment day, So the Quran says that clearly. It's not like an interpretation. This is just a more explanation of what Allah He mean.
That's very sick. That's very, very sick.
Yeah. So the second you belong to Islam, you
okay,
have to believe in what you just called sick, because this is what it is.
Okay, thank you for this answer.
All right.
Can we go to
sure.
to the chapter? I don't know about Mary at Taharim. At Taharim, I have to search it about the Farjaha from Mary.
Yeah. So what in the Muslim translation in the Albanian language they say to you about Farjaha?
Yeah, I don't like it. It's he blew it in her body or something like that, but not like in her vagina or something sexual.
See, if you look with all the word appear in the Quran, and I will show you which word is the farj. Chapter 23, verse number 5. What is the translation for that for you? Can you look for it? Chapter 23, verse number 5.
Chapter 23, number 5.
We can search here for the Albanian translation. Albanian, where is the Albanian?
Yeah, that would be good.
Here we go. I found Albanian. I have Albanian. Effendi Nahi. Is that the one you have? Is that the one you have?
Just a minute. I have no. I don't know which one it is, but it's the translation most of the Albanians have. It's
okay. It says here. Okay. It says Dihi Ti Silit Rojani or Organate E Veta Gigi Gentile. Is that the one what you have?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Yes. That's the one. Yes.
Okay. What it says? What does that mean?
It's me. Yeah, it's obviously not how can I say that? It's not deeply describing, just blowing the Holy Spirit, something like that. But I didn't know.
No, this is. Remember, I'm not reading for you. Did you open the verse? You did not open it.
Oh, yes. No, Vetizilit Iroin Organet Vita Genitalia.
What does that mean?
Oh man. And
Genital, I
the
think it
ones
says
they
their private part. Genital is their private, right? Sexual organ, correct? Genital.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So you
yeah,
see, this is the
yeah,
same word. Why here
yeah,
they translate it differently? It's the same word. Furuj. This is the same word. Here. This is the word in Arabic.
yeah. Good,
This is the
good example.
this is the word in
Good
Arabic.
example.
You see, this is the word in Arabic, and here it says genital. So okay, so how come here they say genital, and when it's in her body? Because it's very stupid to say that God he blew into her vagina. This is very disgusting and stupid, you know. So to avoid to
Yeah.
saying
Can we please go with
huh?
because this one is the same, but there it doesn't translate genital. It's Surah 66, At-Tahrim. I think chapter 12. 66, chapter 12. Because there isn't genital. It's blue. I don't know, but
Yeah,
it's
I
not
understand.
a good translation.
I understand what I'm saying, but this is false translation because this is the word. You see, even here they say he breathed into her sleeves. Why her sleeves is her body sleeves? I mean, what is that? She is a balloon, and her sleeves is where the wind will come from. What does that mean? This is silly. So the word is farjaha. The word is farjaha, and farjaha mean, you know, farj is any opening in a physical body, opening, you know, opening and when we use it for a human being, we are talking specifically about the male sexual organ or female sexual organ. So farj can be farj, but usually the word farj is used for female, but it can be for both, you know, like this is farj, which is something an open in your body but is used for a sexual purpose. So the Quran is full of those words, and the word farj is appear everywhere, and each time we translate, we look at the Muslim translating the word farj, we will find the word farj is translated as like chapter 24 verse number 31, chapter 24 verse number 30. It says قل للمؤمنين يغضوا من أبصارهم ويحفظوا فروجهم. Okay, so okay. Verse number, the same chapter 24 verse number 31, وقل للمؤمنات يغضضن من أبصارهن ويحفظن فروجهن. Okay, what فروجهن? Trick the translation is private part. So how come here it's a private part, but there it's not? You know, somebody is lying. Somebody, see, and they protect their private parts, the same word. So because it's embarrassing, it's very stupid that there is a God, he put his mouth there between the legs of a woman and he blew in her vagina. So they are trying to avoid the translation to be accurate. And they start coming with their own fiction and lies, and oh, her sleeves, oh, her bra, or her it says farja, you know. Well,
I didn't like that, and I thought, how can God talk about?
Maybe Mary is the only woman she have her farjaha in her sleeves. Maybe, yeah, makes sense. You know, I mean, how stupid that interpretation is, or that translation.
Yeah.
But this is the only way to avoid stupidity.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yes, and I thought, Christian Prince, I just thought till now, how can God talk about these things and this way? I imagine another way, not like this, and
but you still, you know, your question. Your question is Islam, but still you are a Muslim. I mean, how come you are not leaving Islam yet? I mean, all of this is stupid. I mean, this is not right. What is making you stay as a Muslim until now?
Because I have fear of Allah. I think if I leave Islam, I will go to hell and I will burn.
Okay, you are going to go to hell anyway. The Quran says, وَمَا مِنْكُمْ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا. You know, وَمَا مِنْكُمْ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا. Not even a single one of you, but he will enter hell. So if you are going to Islam, if you stay with Muhammad, it's like a gambling. Muhammad, he said, my nation will be 73 sect. One of them only will go to heaven. So playing cards is better than, you know, playing with Islam, because in the card you have a choice, like 1 to 4. But in Islam, you have a choice of 1 to 73. You might be the one, you might be not. So, you know, you are wasting your life for nothing. And as you see, this is stupid. Okay, you know, if there is something can confirm to you for a second, make you think for a second that Islam is from God or Quran from God because you don't like Hadith.
Yes, I have something I have to search about the universe, and
what about it?
yeah, it's Surah 51, chapter 47. It says here, and the heaven we build it with craftsmanship, and we are still expanding. So the science know that the universe is expanding. How did a man know 1,400 years ago?
My friend, you said you don't accept interpretation, right?
Yes, I don't like tafsirs and so on, because these tafsirs, believe me, that all of them, it's my opinion,
friend,
all of them are crazy guys.
But my friend, first of all, I don't know if you read the translation, you will not find one of them saying that we expanded the universe. All of them, they are saying, and we can do more, we can expand more. But it's not about the universe, because first of all, Allah, He built the universe by His hands. Is the universe built by hands? Is the space built by hands? Do you need, there is a material, the space is a vacuum, it's empty. So if the miracle is making a space, how the space can be built by hands? This is the first one. Yeah. Secondly, nowhere it says who is going to expand the universe. Number 3, the Bible speak about the you know, universe expands long before Islam, you know. So what is that about? I mean, if I make a book and I wrote my book 1,000 years, 2,000 years before you, and then you wrote a book after me at 2,000 years, and then can you claim that you are the one who discovered it? For the sake of argument, let's say this is what it says, which is not. All right. So either you know, I mean, Muslims are really they are, you know, they are bankrupt. It's bankruptcy. So we don't go and say, oh, in you know, in the Bible it says, etc., that He stretched out the heaven. You know, we don't go and say, oh, this is science, because simply I don't believe in science in order to believe in God, because simply, if you believe that Mary, she have a son without having a boyfriend or a man, that is against science, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So what science is about? 100%. If we go to Isaiah chapter 40, and I will show you on the screen what it says. It is He who sitteth upon the circle of the earth. So the Bible mentioned that the earth is like a sphere. It's not like the translation says circle. And He and the inhabitants, therefore, like a grasshopper over it. And He stretched out the heaven as a curtain. He stretched out the heaven as a curtain. You see how, I mean, how clear we make it? So here it says it clearly, He stretched out the heaven like curtain. You know how curtain is stretched, right? While in the verse in the Quran, nowhere here it says he stretched out. Nowhere he stretched out. Nowhere it says in the Quran that. But because they are desperate, they try. But this is a book written long before Islam. And here we go. We have the earth. The Muslim, they lie. They say the Bible says the earth is a flat. Oh, here we go. It's in front of you. Even the Bible says that God, He hanged the earth on nothing. Nothing. It's in the space. It's hanged on nothing. While the Quran says that Allah, He put the heaven in a columns which we cannot see. Columns which we cannot see. Right? So there is a column. When you say we set it in a column which you cannot see, which means there is a column but we don't see. Chapter 13 verse number 2, chapter 31 verse number 10. What else? Give me something. That the first one you gave me, it turned to be, you know, a balloon. One needle, the balloon is empty. So what else? If there's anything will make you still think Islam is from God?
Yes. This is one. It's a little bit confusing. Quran, Surah 21, verse 104. On the day when we will fold the heaven like the folder compacts the books, and as we originated the first creation, we shall return it, a promise binding on us. Surely we will deliver. It's a little bit a mighty explanation, but I don't think it's
No problem.
good translated. So maybe it could be.
This is the chapter 21, correct? Chapter 21, you said?
Yes.
Okay, what verse?
104. Verse
104?
104.
Oh, okay.
104.
So let us see.
104.
Okay, actually, this verse here proving to us another story. You see, every time Muhammad he speak, he make mistakes and he say something very silly. A second ago, we said that the space is going to extend, right? Like a curtain in the Bible. And you mentioned to me the other verse in the Quran. All right. If the heaven is not something, is not a carpet, how you can roll it? To roll it, it have to be a carpet. It have to be flat.
Yeah.
Correct? Because if it is, you know, either it is a flat or it's not a flat. I cannot roll something unless it's a flat. You can roll a carpet. You can roll, like you put a towel in the floor. You can roll it. You have a rag. You can roll it. And rolling something, which is a sky, is something silly. And otherwise, we have to believe then that the sky is a flat. Then, that day, Allah will roll the heaven. What will happen to the earth? Is the earth is inside the heaven? What do you think?
The earth inside the heaven. Yes, I think so.
Do you read with me something here important?
We are here. So
yeah, but read with me here something very important. He said, the day we shall roll up the heaven as recorded rolleth up. So he make it clear like a paper. As we began the first creation. So he created the earth by unfolding the heaven. Now he is rolling it up. But is it really is it this is what the Quran says? Isn't it the Quran says that the heaven was smoke in the creation in the beginning? There was no roll.
Yes, it's there are so many versions. The creation, this one first created, then the other one. I'm confused. Very confused.
If you go to chapter 41, verse number 11, it says,
yes.
And then he stawa, you know, he left up to the heaven. He left himself up on the chair of Allah himself, and then toward the heaven, and it was a smoke. So Allah he unrolled smoke. Smoke is not something, it's nothing, you know what smoke. So how he say that we are going to roll the heaven the same as the first of the creation. When the first of the creation, there was nothing was enfolded. The verse here is saying that then Allah he made the seven sky. He did not unfold anything. And you are the one who said to me that Allah he built the sky by his hands. He built. So he made them seven skies at the end, after he made them seven skies, as you see here, then he adorned the nearest lowest heaven with stars. So the last thing Allah he made is the stars. So what kind of a creation this creation is? How that work?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Can you maybe explain me? Maybe you're the wrong person I asking for, but sometimes when I feel bad and I listen to Quran, it's something like smoothing the heart, and it's very calm. So you know what I mean? It's like just when you hear it, not when you read it.
No, my friend, you are listening to someone his voice is ugly. Try to listen to the Quran to someone his nice is bad, and his voice, and you are listening to the voice, not to the Quran. First, you do not know Arabic. and anyone have nice voice singing anything. Like, you know, if in English a person who have nice voice and he is saying the F word, people who do not know what the song is, they will repeat it. They think it's nice, you know. Like us in the Middle East, we use, when we were kids, we hear a song, we repeat the song, but then we notice that this is filthy song, you know, and then we get ashamed of ourselves. But because we don't speak the language, but the music was nice, the voice of a person who is singing is have a nice voice. You want to see the read Quran, go and see a Muslim, normal Muslim. He is not a singer. You know, the Muslims, what they do, they choose the best of their own voices to recite the Quran. That is a business, my friend. If I give now the Quran to anyone, his voice is ugly, and then let us see how many people will listen to it. Nobody. In the same time, the second you speak Arabic, you will notice how stupid the Quran is. You know, I mean, what kind of God he you know, like here, okay. You see, the verse we are reading now in front of you. I don't want to change the verse. The same verse, chapter 41, verse number 12. What the connection between this one and the verse after it? Nothing. He was talking about the creation of the heaven. Suddenly he jumped to people, they are from a nation or tribe called Ad and Thamud. Okay, what the connection between creating the stars and then this? What is the connection? There is no connection. You know? So here supposedly he was telling you, are you going to refuse Allah who he, you know, he created all those things? And then he says in 2 days. Okay. I mean, first of all, how those people, they will believe that Allah is the one who created? Shouldn't you give them a proof that he is the creator? If I come to you and you are a Hindu and I say to you, are you going to believe in Allah, the one who created the stars? Well, the Hindu, he will say to me, well, I have a different God who created those things. I mean, what this is? So this is not a proof of anything. And then he starts speaking about, like, he placed in the top of the earth mountains. Who in the world want to believe in such a garbage, that there is a God? He put mountains in the top of the earth so the earth will not be shaking. Why is it what the science says, that mountains is something you know, placed in the top of the earth, or it's the opposite? Mountains, according to science, is coming from inside the crust of the earth, either from volcano or from the pressure of tectonic plates. Like when there's two tectonic plates, they meet each other, then they make a pressure and generate high hills, and that can make a mountain or a volcano, like you see in Hawaii, in Japan, etc. So there's nowhere anyone believe that there's mountains, there's somebody placed them in the top of the earth. That is funny. It's the opposite. Actually, the mountains, they grow every year. Mountains, they can grow and they can even shrink. So they can grow up. They are not even fixed in the height and in the shape. So this is a very stupid statement. And then he says, like in this chapter 41, that the order of a creation is different. Here he made the earth first. Then he made everything in the top of the earth. He put the mountains. He created the trees, the grass. Then he went to the sky. The sky was smoke. And then he made them seven sky. And the last thing he did, he created the stars. If you go to chapter 79, it's the story the opposite. And remember, the Quran says, if Allah, you know, if the Quran is other than God, made by other than God, then you will find contradiction, correct?
Yes,
is that correct?
Many contradictions.
Okay, yes. So how,
yes,
you know, how he is the one, he is the God, then he say things which is really stupid. I mean, this is full of contradiction. If you go in, as an example, from the chapter of Al-Baqarah right away, it says, what is the first thing Allah created? Chapter 22, verse number 29. It says, it is he who created for you that all in earth. Then he turned to the heaven and he finished the heaven, the seven heaven. Correct? I mean, the verse is so clear.
Yes.
All right. So now we have a confirmation in chapter 2, verse number 29, that the first thing Allah created, the finished one, totally finished, it was the earth. The heaven is not finished. It's so clear, it's in front of us. This is chapter 2, verse number 29. Then we continue, and we will see how Islam explained the earth creation, he say in this chapter 79 verse number 30, it says that the first thing Allah he created, he said, are you harder to create or the heaven he built? He raised it high, so the heaven was low. I mean, what high, what low? The heaven was high, but the heaven was low, and he lifted up. We are inside the heaven until now. The heaven goes nowhere. We are just a little tiny dust. It's not even a dust compared to the space, the massive space of the. So the heaven never rose, never go anywhere. And then he made the dark and the night. Okay, and then after that he made the earth flat. Like, look at this. After that, after he finished the heaven, he made the earth flat. But in the other chapter we just saw, it's the opposite. First he finished the earth in 2 days. Then he made mountains, put it in the top of the earth. Then he put the water, the grass, the trees. And then he went to the sky, and the sky was a smoke. And then he finished the sky. And then the last thing, he created the stars. We go back to 79, is the opposite. He made the earth, in, he created, he built. Then he raised to the sky, then he made it dark. Sorry, here first he created the heaven, not the earth. He created the heaven, and then he made it, he lifted up high. And then, by the way, he left it up high and he made it flat again. فَسَوَّاهَا. The Muslim, they say, and he put it in order. We will go translation, no problem. And then he made the dark and the night, and then he started working in the earth. But in the other one, it's the first one, the earth is finished. The other one, the first one is the finished. The last thing is the stars. Here the stars are done. It says he made the night, he made the day. That's it. And then after that, he spread the earth. And by the way, the earth is spread here mean he made it flat. The ha mean flat. There's videos in YouTube about this word. They say the Muslims, the word the ha mean the ostrich egg, which is it's a joke. You can go right now, copy it to dictionary, Islamic dictionary, and you will see the ha mean flat. They lie. It was just a kid who was debating me in a chat room. He make a video to respond to me, and then the stupid Zakir Naik, he copied from 19 years old kid what he said. And now every Muslim, he copied the same video and they believe it. You can go right now and check. And actually, we can go right now to the interpretation, and you will see all Islamic interpretation agree that this is the ha, meaning he made it flat. This is why you will not find anyone saying the egg. Where is the egg in the translation? How come the Muslim do not know the egg thing?
Yes, that's a good. That was my next question, because most of the translations are an egg, but I don't believe that it's a translation right. So that's flat, huh?
Okay. My friend, I have my I made a book in Albanian for free. Did you have it? Did you have my book in Albanian for free?
No, but I'm sure I will get it.
Maybe the admin, he can post for you.
No, I will get it.
Yeah, the admin can post for you the link, so you can download the Albanian book for free as a gift from me to you. Now let me ask you: are you going to stay as a Muslim after all of this? I mean, what kind of God? This God himself, he said, if this book is other than Allah, which means not from God, you will find a lot of contradiction. Right? That's what the Quran says.
We found it right now, yes.
Yeah, the Quran says, chapter 4, verse number 82, if this book is then made by other than Allah, which means not by God, would surely you find a lot of problems in it, a lot of contradiction. And here we go. I mean, we still have tons of them.
These ones you showed me, there were big reasons to leave Islam, but can you show me maybe two other reasons why the Quran is not Allah's word? Remember, I don't want to see tafsirs, I don't want to see hadith, because for me, sorry for this,
no problem. I'm not showing tafsir.
I just wanna ask.
Okay, my friend.
Okay. Just Quran. Just Quran.
What is your education, if you don't mind? What, like, do you have high school?
No. Why do you mean high school?
No, I'm saying with your education because I want to know. I mean, like, did you study that as an example, like little information about how the baby is made? Did you learn in school such a thing?
Yes, a little bit. I love science.
Okay.
I have many books and I
So,
read
so
about that. And
yeah. So,
yeah.
what do you think about the book says that the sperm of the man become a blood, dead blood? Is that what science says? You can go right now and search in your
Hmm.
language, and you will find that this is silly.
No,
This
of
is
course not.
this
Of
is
course.
this is stupid. So in chapter 23, verse number 14, and remember, we are not using interpretation. We are not using anything. We are just using the Quran as it is in a plain way, because you said you don't believe in interpretation. You don't want them. Okay. So we have made the sperm into a
Yes.
clot of a congealed blood, dead blood. What kind of God you say that?
Yeah, that's sick. That's really, really sick.
Since when the sperm
Oh
will
my.
turn into a blood? This is what the baby. So the first stage in Islam of the baby was a sperm, and then the sperm became a blood. Who is the doctor who will say and accept such a thing? And you will see the Muslims, they fabricate the meaning of this verse, and they have different translation, and they say, oh, it's like a clot. It's like a clot. Nowhere it says it's like a clot. It says we made it into a clot. You see how they lie in translation in order to fool people?
Okay.
They say, oh, you know what? The egg of the woman,
Yes,
she
they are
go
lying.
and she attach herself to the womb. Yes, exactly. And then they bring you a guy, his name is Dr. Moore. They brought him to Saudi Arabia, and this is what they told him. Dr. Moore, they told him, it became, he gave him a translation to fit with the lie. But as you see, it says, we made the sperm into a clot, not like a clot. And there's a huge difference. So the Muslims, they added the word like a clot to make it, this is about the egg. And do you see, first of all, do you see the egg here? It says nutfa. Nutfa is not the one semen, nutfa is millions, sperm is millions, it's not so nutfa is a drop of a sperm, a drop. It's not one. So this is the first mistake. The sperm of the man, the drop, that's what nutfa mean. I can take it right now to dictionary. Forget about interpretation. You will see it says nutfa. It's a drop of water. Actually, in different. When we say a drop of water, he mean the sexual water, which is the sperm. But the Quran make it even more clear. In chapter 86, he said, and خلق من ماء دافق. How clear we can make it? He was created from gushing forth water. You see? The translation here is saying he's created from a drop of emitted. Change the translator. I mean, each time you change the translator to different one, you feel like you are reading a new Quran. He is created from water gushing forth. Is it true that we are created from water gushing forth? All the water? So all of this, and then he continues saying that it's proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs. The backbone of who? The word here in at-tara'ib is the breast, the chest of the women. So Muhammad claiming that his God told him that there is gushing forth sexual fluid coming from the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women. Who in the world want to believe such a garbage? Women don't have a sperm anyway. And women don't have gushing forth water which will make a baby. And it's coming from where? Coming not only from the ribs, it's coming from the location of the necklace. This is what the Quran claims. So how that can be? And if the Muslim will say this is your fabrication, I know you told me you don't want the interpretation, but this is for the other Muslims who believe interpretation. Let us go there and see. Maybe Christian Prince is making things up. If we go to Ibn Kathir, which is very much respected by all the Muslims, you will see it says here. Let us read together.
Yeah, I know, but I don't respect it at all.
I know you don't, but just to show the Muslims that this is not me who's saying that, because they might say, oh, who cares what he say? This is what your scholar is saying. Read carefully. It says,
Sometimes I think sometimes
yeah.
these tafsirs. Yes.
Yeah, meaning the sexual
Sorry,
fluid that
I
come
just
out
think
breast,
the tafsirs were made. Oh man.
come out
No,
breasting
no, talk.
from the
Sorry, I
man
don't.
and the
Okay,
women.
okay.
Thus
A
the
little bit.
child will proceed from both of them by permission of Allah. And then he continue proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs, meaning the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women, which is referring to her chest. Read it. So if they want to say Christian Prince is giving false reading to Arabic, he don't know Arabic, he know blah 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 blah. Here we go. This is your scholar, the highest scholars you have. They are saying yes. This. So what kind of religion this religion is? What kind of God he think women they have? And that's why I'm not getting married. Don't get married, man, because according to Muhammad, women they have a breast testicles. You might marry a woman. You take her to the bedroom to to make babies, and then she take off her clothes, and instead of seeing a breast, you will find testicles there. I was wondering all the time now since I read this. I mean, what is under the bra? Obviously, there's a big testicles. Women they have testicles according to Muhammad, and they are located inside the bra. Takbir. So, what do you think, my friend? You want to stay as a Muslim? I am the only one who make Muslims laugh at Islam. So what do you think?
Yeah, I appreciate. I don't think it's correct, and I think all these tafsirs they were made by drunk guys, or they take drugs. I don't know, but
no, my friend. Ibn Kathir is saying what he understands. The word taraib, he speak Arabic very well. He's an Arab. Or taraib is specifically a specific bones in the chest of the women. So he's not mistaken, and not only him. I mean, all the scholars agree. So when the Quran says such a thing, that said Ibn Kathir, he cannot jump over it, even though in the Islamic translation they try to jump over it, but it's just stupid to jump over it. You cannot. It says clearly proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs. What they try to do today, they say, oh, he is not talking about the women and the man, but it says that the sperm of the man is coming from here to here. I mean, okay, what is left of the body of a human being? What is missing is the legs and the arms. If you say that the sperm is coming from the top of the chest all the way to the backbone, well, that's the body of the human being. What is left? I mean, anyone can guess that. If I can say the sperm is coming from you, what is left? So the word taraib make it so clear, and this is their scholar who is making it clear to us. So what do you think?
Very, very clear.
Isn't it time for you to leave Islam, my friend?
Can I be honest and don't see this as an attack or something like that? But at first, when I saw your videos, I thought you are in a mission to destroy Islam. Not. Please don't understand me wrong, but I thought really you are in a mission to, I don't know, maybe you get paid or something like that. And I've somewhere I read you are a criminal, but I don't mind that. Please trust me, I don't mind that, because we all have sinned.
They wrote about
I
me.
was also a criminal guy.
Hold on. They wrote about me article saying I'm a criminal.
I'm not sure, wrote or in YouTube in a video. I don't know what it's called, but they wrote with many facts, and I thought it doesn't matter, because we all are humans. We all made mistakes, and the important thing is to believe in God.
I'm a criminal. Anyway, so my friend, after all what the Muslim says about me,
no, I don't say that. I don't say that to you. I know.
That's what they told
you about this.
I understand. But what do you think now? What do you think? Forget about me. Who care about me? Let us say for the sake of argument, Christian Prince is a bad person. Who care? I mean, this is about you. Yes. It's about God. This is about believing. It's about believing.
Just another question.
Yeah.
You speak very good Arabic. What does Akbar mean? What does exactly mean? Exactly Akbar. Because if it is just bigger, then how is other big gods. So it's a question I don't know, because for me is God the biggest, and not God is bigger. Bigger than who?
Look with me, my friend.
Bigger than who?
This is the chapter 6, verse number 78. It says that Abraham, when he saw the sun coming, he says, فَلَمَّا رَأَى الشَّمْسَ بَازِغَةً قَالَ هَذَا رَبِّي هَذَا أَكْبَرُ. So when Abraham, he saw the sun coming up, raising up, he said, this is my God, this is Akbar. So what Akbar mean? If the Muslim, they translate, they say greater. Okay, but greater, there is a word in Arabic for a greater. You say Azim. We have many words for a greater. What Akbar? Akbar, you always compare between two things in the size. If you are comparing, as an example, it can be even for age, like, you know, I am ana akbaru minka umran. So I can say I am older than you by using the word Akbar. So if you, so which means the word will be decide what it's meant based in the content of the verse. So here he's talking about what? Talking about planets and stars, and he said this is Akbar. So what make the sun greater? Is it the size? Is it the power? Is it what it is? So when he say Akbar, he can say this is a greater. He can say the word greater. We have a greater in Arabic. Hada Azam. But he did not say that. He said Hada Akbar. And you can go right now, check the word Akbar. You will find that the word always have to be first comparing between two. And if Allah is Akbar, that means they are, let us say for the sake of argument, if you go right now to the translation, it says greater, right? Okay, but if you say that Allah, the God Allah, is a greater, that's mean the other gods are great too, but he's a greater.
Yes, that's my opinion. That's very, very confusing. Yeah. Very confusing.
So it's the same when Allah, he says he is the best of the creators. Okay, by saying that he is the best of the creators, you agree that he is not the only creator and there is other gods, because only God can be creators. So if you go in the Quran, you will find many verses like chapter 23 verse number 14 and chapter 37 verse 125. It says here, example, about chapter 37 verse 125, will you call upon Baal? Baal is the god, right? God of the fertility, you know, and forsake the best of the creators. So when Allah, he compared himself to Baal, and he says, are you going to worship Baal and forsake the best of the creators? He admitted that Baal is God, because he is saying that Baal is a creator.
Can you show me that, please?
Yeah, it's on the screen, chapter 37 verse number,
okay, will you,
125. And we can change the translator, you know, if you don't like this translation. Yeah.
No. I understand more when I listen, but if I do, if I talk, then it's a little bit confusing. But I hope you understand me.
So are you going to worship Baal and forsake the best of the creators? Okay, but when Allah, he compared himself to Baal and he claimed that he is better than him in a creation. So Allah and Baal are a creator, but Allah claiming that he is the best.
Oh man, that's really. Which surah is this?
Again, chapter 37, which verse surah? 125.
Oh, oh man.
If we ask the Muslims how many creators there is, they will say only Allah. Okay, but Allah, he says no, he is the best of the creators. If there is no other creator and Allah, he says he's the best of the creators, means that he's lying. If I say I'm the best student and I am the only student, obviously I am lying. I'm giving false report. If I say I am the best builder in the town and I am the only builder, that's mean I am a liar if I do that. So this is obviously stupid. And not only that, by the way, if you go and check the source of this, you will find that the one who said that sentence, it was a man, his name is Abdullah ibn Surah. Muhammad was reciting the Quran when he was reading chapter 23 And when he arrived, when he said, he arrived to here, to this area, he said, أنشأناه خلقا آخر. Then the guy, Abdullah, who is the inscribe of Muhammad, he said, فَتَبَارَكَ اللَّهُ أَحْسَنُ الْخَالِقِينَ. Muhammad, he said to him, okay, put it there, add it. He said, but I am the one who said that, not you. He said, yes, Allah, he gave it to me too. Then the guy, he said to himself, well, if Allah, he gave to Muhammad what he gave to me before him, that's mean I am a prophet too. Because as I'm the one who said it. Imagine you are my secretary, and you are writing Quran, which is inspired from God to me. And then you say a sentence Allah did not say to me yet. And then I say to you, okay, put it there. I said, but this is what I said. He said, yeah, put it there. So now the man, Abdullah ibn Sarah, he discovered that Muhammad is a fraud. He liked what he said, and he liked it to be added to the Quran. So what do you think? If I am you, I will leave Islam. I mean, what is left of this cult? A guy, he marries 6 years old child. He is a thief. He is a criminal. What do you think about a God? I don't want to insult your family, but what if somebody, he's a prophet, he comes to your town and he say, hey, your name is Volan?
Valon.
Okay,
Valon.
hey Volan, I am
VHLON.
Okay, Volan, I am a prophet of Allah, and Allah told me that all the women in town, they can give themselves to me to sleep with me. What do you say to him?
I will knock him out, man.
Yeah, well, this is what Muhammad, he said. In chapter 33, verse number 50, he made a chapter saying any Muslim woman, she want to give herself to the Prophet so he can have sex with her. What is that? And a believing woman, if she offer herself to the Prophet, I mean, what the business is this guy coming to teach us about? What does this have to do with God? What does this have to do with religion? What does this have to do with knowing God? What does this have to do with going to heaven? Why Muslim women, they have to give themselves, offer themselves? The guy already have tons of women. He have no enough, and he want more. So, okay, I want you, please, to tell you, just to let you know that Allah, he said to me, any woman, she can give herself to me. What is this? Be honest with yourself. What does this have to do with God?
Yeah, that's sick, man.
Especially the man.
I'm honest,
especially
I have a little bit tears in my eyes.
Yeah, the man is already, he's not single, like, desperate to find a woman to marry him. He have 13 wives already. He have hundreds of sex slaves. So what in the top of that, any believing woman, she want to offer herself? What does that mean? And it's for free. He don't even have to pay. He don't have even she don't have to get permission from her parents. He don't have to pay dowry. He don't have to do anything. It's a free gift. She offer herself for sex. This is from God.
Oh man, no, exactly, no.
Okay,
sure, no.
So I advise you, my friend, right now, to leave this cult. You are smarter than this, and it's not for your honor, your honor and your honor of your family demolished under Islam. So you have to free yourself. You will not accept somebody coming to your sister, with my respect to their family, saying, hey, I am a prophet, offer yourself to me. That's not from God.
That's really sick.
Yeah.
No, definitely. No, for sure not. That's not God. It would be God, it would be a sick God, but I don't think God is like that.
Exactly.
Never, ever.
So my friend, what do you think about leaving Islam right now as we speak?
It's a religion about just focus on Muhammad, how he would like to treat others, or his wives, or
it's made for him. It's made for him to glorify him, to worship him, to sleep with him, to give him money. Everything is made for him. Even Allah, he created the earth and the heaven for his sake. So do you agree with me that Islam is false, my friend?
Yeah, I think 100% it's an handmade religion.
That's wonderful. I'm happy for you.
It's a little bit for me now. For me now, it's a little bit confusing because I thought you wouldn't come with explains or with answers, but it's a story also from Zaid and Zainab. I thought it's not good translated, but I've searched by myself, and if when I saw that, I thought, man, what is this? And that was the reason I called you. I'm a man. I question everything, you know. But the Quran doesn't teach you that. You don't have to question, because if you question, you go to hell. So, but I thank God. I thank God for your answers, because you speak very well Arabic, and farjaha, it's in different languages. It's not explained or translated like vagina, but what kind of God speaks like this? And I talk to every Muslim is watching now. Please question this religion, man. Please question this religion, because it's like a prison. It's like a prison for our soul. Really.
My friend,
it's like a prison.
As long you understand, as long you understand now, Islam is like a prison. Islam is a cult. You know, I would like to ask you, what do you think about accepting Christ as your savior?
I'm afraid of that a little bit. I hope you understand me, because since I'm born, I thought when I worship a man or something like that, I have to go to hell, because Allah in the Quran said that, and other Muslims, how can you worship a man, and he's a man, he eats, he drinks, and how that could be God, and so on and so on and so on. You know. And but my opinion is,
my friend, is God is about how we imagine him to be, or what he is. So if God, he come to me as a man, first of all, can God come as a man? Can he? I mean, is he powerful to the point he can come as a man? Or he is not powerful? Because if he's a powerful, he can come as he wish. He can come as a bird, he can come as a man, he can come wherever he wants.
He can do everything.
Okay, so that's why we call him Almighty God. So the idea of a God coming as a man, and we are not worshiping a man, at the end of the day we are worshiping God. So if God, he came to us as a man, well, it doesn't make him a man. Still he is God, because this man, his name is Jesus, as we call him man, you know, still he can resurrect people from death. He can tell you what you had in your houses. He can make the blind see. He can heal the leper. He can create from the mud the bird. The Quran is saying that, supposedly. So how come we remember that he is a man when we want, and we forget that he is doing what God can do? So if he is a man, then he should do what man can do only. I am a man. If I say to you, I'm God, people will laugh at me. They will say, okay, resurrect people from death. Make the blind see, you know. Walk in the water. Can you walk in the water? Can you? Okay, go ahead. You know, let's see. Do what God can do. So I will not be able to do that, and then people will laugh at me. Like the guy in Pakistan, Ahmad Mirza Ghulam in India, you know, he claimed to be the Messiah, and then second day, they brought him like 100 people in wheelchair. They cannot talk, they cannot walk. There's a blind people. They line up. They said, okay, if you are the Messiah, do what the Messiah do. Then he closed the door. He hide inside. So to be the Messiah is to do what the Messiah do. And if the Messiah is just a man, then the Messiah should not do what the man does. He should not do that, right? So what the man does, the man, he do sin. Jesus did not do sin. The man sin. The man greedy, he want money. Jesus never want money. So in the top of all things, Jesus did not do what the man do. He did only what God does. He was, you know, holy. He was powerful. He was wise. And now he is in heaven. All of this
miracles.
He is a miracle. Not only he did a miracle, my friend. He is a miracle. He himself is a miracle. For God is a miracle. The word miracle is something you cannot comprehend. That's why we call it miracle.
Yes.
So when we talk about the Messiah, we are talking about something nobody can really describe in the way it deserved to be, because everything about him is more than amazing. I am a man, you are a man, but all of us, we commit sin. Jesus never did commit sin. Even the Quran in chapter 19 verse 19 says the Holy Son. So even the Quran, the book of the devil, describe Jesus as he is the Holy Son, you know, who will be sent to Mary. Well, what make him Holy Son? What make him Holy Son? How he became holy? What make him holy? So, you know, when a Muslim, he tried to explain that to us, he say, well, Muhammad is a holy. No, Muhammad in the Quran is a filthy sinner. This is what the Quran says. This is why the Quran says, may Allah forgive to you, Muhammad, your sin. May Allah. Okay, if Allah may forgive Muhammad's sin, and Muhammad, he is a sinner in the past, he is a sinner in the future, and this is in chapter 48, verse number 2. We cannot compare him to Jesus. Where Jesus described he is holy, and he said, peace be on me the day I am born, the day I die, the day I am resurrected. This is the Quran. Where in the Quran it says that may Allah forgive your sin, Muhammad, in the past and the one to come. I mean, Muhammad, after became a prophet, is not better person. He's still committing sin after he became prophet, while Jesus never commits sin. So when they say to you, Jesus,
you have to know that
Go ahead.
Jesus was for me every time very special. I felt he was how can I say that? It's not just a miracle, but everything he did, it was not from this world. It's a chapter in, I don't know the verse in the Bible, but I remember that because I liked it very much. It was a woman, and I think she did very big sins. I don't want to use this word, but they were. But the people were throwing stones, and he said the first one who is without sins should drop the first stone.
So
for me,
many places, like for example in John,
how can I say it? Lovely.
Yeah, in John, he told them, you are from below, I'm from above. John chapter 8 verse 23, and John 18:36, he said, my kingdom is not from this world. So there is many, but this is, you see, talk is cheap. I can say that too. You can say that too, correct? Talk is cheap. I can say my kingdom is not. Anyone can say that. But the issue is, can I do what Christ did? You know what I mean? It's not the talk will make you who you claim. It's what you can do. So when we say God Almighty, then we are talking to God Almighty who have a might. He can do anything. So when the Muslims, they say how God can be a human, they just deleted the word God from in front of their God, because their God cannot be a human. They cannot. So how God can be God then if he cannot? When the Quran says how Allah can have a son if he don't have a girlfriend, well, that's mean he cannot be God too, because obviously he cannot have a son unless he have a girlfriend. So in order to have a son according to the God of Muhammad, you have to have a girlfriend, and then you can have a son. But Jesus, he do not need such a thing. Mary, she have a son, but she don't have a boyfriend. So if the Quran, if Allah is the God of Mary, and Mary, she have a miracle that she have a son without marriage, without a sexual relationship, how come Mary can do that, or the God of Mary can do that? But Allah, he says to us how he can have a son without having a wife. So obviously, the God of Mary is not Allah. The God of Mary, he can make someone have a son without marriage. The God of Islam confirmed to us in the Quran, chapter 6, verse 101, that he cannot have a son unless he have a girlfriend.
Oh man, what a sickness.
So what do you think, my friend? I invite you to believe in Christ, because now you left Islam, but you know what? You want to be an atheist?
No, I have still in my deepest insight. So I believe in God, the Almighty. I thought Allah is the Almighty, but you explained different verses, and this is not for me an Almighty God. To be honest, it's not a little bit or something like that. It's more trash, and yeah, I don't know. I
So what do you
cannot say that.
so
But
what do you think about
a few minutes ago,
yeah? I want to know, what do you think about Christ?
I don't know. I'm very, very confused. Like, yeah,
Open your heart and think about it. I mean,
I'm very
if
confused.
there is something wrong about Christ, if there is something wrong. I mean, not even his name is unique.
No.
You know, his act is holy. Did Christ go after women when he was in this earth? Did he say any woman she want to give herself? Did Jesus, he said, give me money, I will forgive you, as Muhammad, he said? Did Jesus say, you know, I support the rich? Like when happened, when if you go to the chapter of Abasa wa Tawalla, when Muhammad was busy with the rich people, and the blind man, he come to him, and Muhammad, he kick him away. Abasa wa Tawalla in Jahul Ahmad, chapter 80. What kind of a prophet? Look what happened to Jesus when the blind man came to him, and look what happened to Muhammad when the blind man came to him. When the blind man came to Muhammad, he gave him a face. Get out of here. I'm busy with who? If you read the story, you will see he was busy with the rich men of Quraysh, the tribe. While Jesus, when he was walking in the street and the blind man, he came to him, he says, Lord, I want to see. Lord, I want to see. Did Jesus say to him, you are just a poor. I'm here for the rich. Who care for you? He made him see. He touched his eyes. He took time from his time.
I very like his actions.
You see, imagine this. You are someone who can do miracles which people can drive people crazy. I mean, amazing. This person, he can raise people from death, right? So imagine you are that person. How much important you will be. Imagine you right now, if I can do one of the things Jesus he can do, let us say that making the blind see, how many million blind people will be lying in front of my house? You know what I mean? Just for doing that. And how rich I will be, how rich, you know, how powerful I will be. Imagine if I can raise people from death. Every president, every king will bow down under my shoes to keep them alive. So Jesus, he can do such a thing. Yet when the blind poor man, he walked to him and he said, Lord, I want to see. What Jesus said to him? Did he say to him, I'm busy?
He helped him.
Did he say to him, you are just crazy fool? Who cares if you want to see or not? Jesus, not only he gave him his time, he gave him his touch, he gave him eyes, and he said to him, see. Jesus did what nobody did to a poor blind man. So this is not only about making him see, this is about Jesus caring for someone he is no one in the society. In that time, if you are a blind man, you are homeless. You are jobless. Nobody feed you. Your family will hate you because you depend on them. You depend on others. You cannot do anything. You cannot wash your clothes. You cannot even take a shower. You don't know how to walk in the street. So Jesus, he stopped. And he did to the blind what nobody did. And here, notice with me, like there's a question we should ask ourselves. Why even the man who is a blind, he said to Jesus, I want to see. I mean, you should ask him for food. You know what I mean? I mean, if I'm a blind man, I am in the street, and I see a person, let us say he is famous, he is well known, I will say to him, please help me, give me food, give me shelter, give me etc. The man did not ask for food. The man did not ask for shelter. The man, he said to him, he asked for something nobody can do. I want to see. That's mean the man who is blind, he is better than us in vision. He was able to see Jesus, that he is God, yet he is blind. And remember, Jesus said, I am the light of the world. So when the blind man, he asked Jesus to see, he was asking the perfect person to do so, yet he was blind. And that reminds us about ourselves, how blind we are, that we have eyes, yet we don't want to see. Yet a blind exists in the road 2,000 years ago. When he heard about Jesus, he cannot see him. He heard Jesus is coming. So he came. He want to touch Jesus. He want to talk to him. Jesus, the Lord, please, I want to see. And then he made him see.
But I thought it's not with law of God, because it's a chapter I don't know in the Bible where someone asks Jesus when will the day of the resurrection will be, and he didn't know the answer. He said,
No,
just
actually,
the Father in the heavens
no, my
know
friend.
that.
In the same,
How is that to understand?
Yeah, in the same chapter, this is what the Muslims they say to you, where it says that only the Father knows. It's the same chapter. Jesus said, when this happened, and 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 this happened, then the day will be. So when Jesus said only the Father knows, he is talking about announcing the event, when this event will happen. Because in Christianity, we don't have a preset date. Jesus himself, he said that the judgment day, the Lord will come like a thief when he come at night. For sure, I'm not comparing him to the thief, but the same as a thief when he comes when nobody knows, nobody's surprised. So it's not meant to know when it's going to happen. So when Jesus said, only my Father, for Jesus, he is saying that the Father is the one who have the authority to announce it. He is the head of the house. And when those things happen, then that day will happen, which means the faster we corrupt the earth, the faster the judgment day will happen. It's not like a preset time, like in the Old Testament, speaking about Sodom and Gomorrah. So if there was 10 honest people, God will not destroy the cities. There's only 10 decent for the sake of 10. So that is what will happen in Christianity. If there is people who they are decent still, the judgment day will not come. The faster we corrupt this earth, the faster the day will come. So they lie to you. You read the same chapter, you will find the story.
Okay.
When the Quran says, when the Quran says that Jesus, he can tell you what you hide in your house. Well, obviously Jesus, he knew the unseen. He knew the future. He knew the past. That's what the Quran is saying. He knew. He can tell you what you had in your house. So how Jesus, he do not know? So the Muslim, they take a statement and they make a story of it. But the same chapter confirmed that Jesus, he knew. And he is the one who will come back. They forgot, even in Islam, he is the one who will come back. In the judgment day, you will be standing in front of Jesus, my friend. Not in front of Muhammad, not in front of Allah. What do you think?
Really sad.
If I am you, because you never know. You might go to sleep, me and you, we don't wake up, tomorrow never come. Salvation, it's not always there, There's a time, there's a point where salvation is not offered no more. After we die, that's it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm as I told you before, I'm a guy who question everything, and I have to
No
question
problem. I'm
now
here to help
everything
you. This is
again
why
and to
I'm giving.
show everything.
No problem. You can ask my friend. I'm here with you. I'm not saying to you accept. No, I don't want you to accept. We are not people who believe in Shahada. You have to be a believer to believe, not to say words. We don't believe in such
Yeah.
a thing. You have to be a believer. We don't accept hypocrites. You know, because if you say I believe and you don't believe really, you are a hypocrite.
Because I had hard time also. I was a little bit suicidal thinking, and I thought if I do suicide, I will go to hell because that's in Islam. So, but then I found back to Islam, and it gave me hope, and that's the reason because I'm now a little bit confused because you showed me different things. I've not read about that, and not of this way, and
Yeah, you
yeah,
know,
it's a
suicide is
little
not,
bit
suicide is a bad sin. Don't do that ever. Don't think about it. You know, God, He gave you a gift. It's called life. You have no right to take it away. Not for your life, not the life of others. In the same time, my friend, you know, Jesus, He said, I did not come to judge the world, but to save. So the world you are living right now in is a chance, it's an opportunity to live so you can accomplish your salvation. But he said in the same chapter, if we go to chapter John chapter 12, you will say that, but the one who reject me and does not receive my words, he has a judge. I will be his judge. The word I have spoken will judge him on the last day. So Jesus' words to you is going to be the judge upon you in the judgment day. That I came to you, you rejected me. So for now, you have the life, you are alive, you can accept, you can refuse, you can say, I want to be Muslim, you can say, I want to be Christian, you can say, I want to be Hindu, atheist, whatever you want. But the Messiah made it clear that he is the judge who will judge you. But now he is not judging you. Now he came to save you. So time will go. And what we are questioning? Are we questioning how moral Jesus was, how good he was? No. So what we are questioning? Why you are still not convinced?
um, I don't know. There are different things in my head, but I also read some comments. I was talking about suicide and so on, and I read many of the chat room very good things, but one of them, this Andreas Arga, write crybaby. So people without heart. I don't
My
know
friend, don't worry
if
about
they
people
have a
in the chat.
religion or also
Don't worry
belief
about,
system.
my friend, don't worry about
Not
people in the
really.
chat. Who care what people say in the chat? People, they call me names there, you know, don't you see? I mean, who care? If you worry about what people say about you, you know, people, there's all kind of people. God knows, you know, the earth is full of them. There's crazy people, there's smart people, there's silly people, there's stupid people. Don't let anyone affect you. You know, let yourself be free. The Lord, He said, read the books, search the books, and find the truth, and the truth will set you free. And I am the truth. So, people are people. I am one of them. I can be wrong. I can be bad. I can be good. But you should not do things because of people. You should do things because it's right. Don't do what is wrong and do what is right. Not because people say so. Because people, they say whatever they wish. People, they might even take you to hell. Somebody want to say, let us have drugs. Somebody say, let us have a party. Somebody let us say, let us have whiskey. Let us say, have etc. So everybody have his own, you know, business. But you have your own business. This is why I just told you what Jesus said about the day when he come to you. Right now, he is not judging you, but he will come.
Oh man. I don't know if you were in your life so confused like me right now, but
Don't be confused, my
I
friend. Don't be
thank
confused.
you from my heart. But
Don't be confused. There's
no,
nothing.
no, I thank you from my with my heart for your good words, for your motivating words. May the Almighty God bless you. I don't know right now where the who the mighty God is, but I hope God will show me the right path, and
My
I
friend,
will find the truth, man.
John,
Because
in the book of John, chapter 9, it says, Jesus, he said to them, if you were blind, you
yeah,
would have no guilt. But now that you say we see, your guilt is remain. So those people who, I don't want you to be one of them. I can say I'm blind. And because I'm blind, you cannot blame me for not seeing. But as long now you see and you saw that Islam is false, and you know that Jesus, there's no one like him. So what is preventing you from accepting Jesus? I don't see any reason. I'm not going to push you to accept him, by the way. I'm just trying to explain to you, trying to help you. I don't want you to feel like I'm putting pressure on you to say,
yes,
yes, accept the Messiah. No, don't do that. I'm just saying to you what Jesus, I'm quoting for you what Jesus said so you can help yourself and understand better. People make all kind of excuse, but there's a point where there's no more excuses. We are just making them up. So don't practice Islam in the old days, because in Islam always you make excuse. Oh, it's Allah will, right? This is what the Muslims say. They, if somebody kills somebody, it's Allah will. No, it's not Allah will. You killed him. you know, even Muhammad, he said, if a person he commit adultery, it is Allah who made him commit adultery. So why you want to punish him, for adultery if you are the one who forced him to do adultery? So with the Christ, life is different. With the Christ, understanding is different. With the Christ, your spirit is exist. With Islam, you are just a body, eat, and your heaven is just a place where you go and become more a physical being, more addicted to sex, drink, food, women, boys. That is Islam. With Christ, you are a different person, you are a different creature.
oh man. I'm a little bit right now very emotional. It's I'm very 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 confused because I didn't how can I say that? I thought it would be another ending like in compare of this ending, and because as I told you, I question everything. It's my nature. I love this, but I didn't know these things in the Quran and in this way. And you speak very good Arabic, and you explained me that. And its imagination is like destroyed. You are believing so for so many years, and then bam. Oh man.
I understand. Anyway,
Oh man.
I don't,
Because I
you
I,
know,
I want.
go ahead.
Uh, sorry. Because I have something in my mind. If I know the right God, so the God who is Almighty, then it's for me very serious because I'm in different ways. I'm a serious person. When I would marry a woman, sorry, I will be honest in all matters. So in religion too, but I didn't find the religion in last weeks that way that is honest or that it's everything okay. So when I smell something it's not good, then I question this. And yeah, because I didn't question the Islam because of big reason, fear. I thought if I question too many things, I will go to hell and forever.
My friend, God, he gave you a brain for a reason.
Oh
So
man.
you can ask, not to question. The only one who don't want you to ask questions is the one who don't want you to know. Very simple, right? Don't ask, because if you ask,
Yeah.
we have either one of two options. Either we answer you, or we say to you, we do not know. Either one is bad. So in Christianity, no. You can question Christ. You can question his purpose. You can question what he did. You can question everything. Like somebody will say to you, the Old Testament said that there was a killing, war. You know, Christ is not always about love, etc. You see, people when people they want to create, let us say, an objection, they will find it. When we speak about the Jews who lived thousands of years ago, we talk about that time where everybody killed them, everybody enslaved them, everybody want to rape their women. So they've been given the right to survive between those evil people around them. But when we speak about Christ, he said to us, don't be worried about those who destroy your body. Worry about those who destroy your soul. So there's a nation who want to survive by body so they can preserve themselves. And there's an individual who is following Christ, who don't care for his body, but he cares for the survival of his soul, his spirit. So fear not those who like Muhammad, who want to kill you, but fear Muhammad if he kill your spirit. If Muhammad kill your body, you are a murderer, you are going to be in my heaven. But if Muhammad, he kill your spirit, he made you convert to Islam, then you are dead. Then you are in hell. That is the fear.
I know what you mean. I have to think about that.
No problem.
But
okay, well, if you don't say
very,
it.
Very appreciate your.
No problem, my friend. Don't hesitate. If you like any time to call me and tell me what if you make a decision, I will be happy to hear you. And if the Lord he touched your heart right now, you can say it. It's up to you. I'm not the one who can think for you. I'm not the one who can decide for you. I'm here just to help you, to give you answers maybe you need. But I'm sure you are a smart person and you know what is right for you.
Yeah.
And I will be happy actually to talk to you. If you have your wife, your family, you want them to explain to them about the Bible, I will be happy to talk to all your family. So we only not save you, we can save the whole family, and we bring them all to Christ. And I did that to many people, so don't think you are the first. If you want, you just can have them just next to you, and they can listen to me. They can ask the questions. They can even tell you ask the questions. I don't need to hear them, and I will be happy to help.
Thank you for this very much, Christian Prince.
You're welcome, my friend. You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Still, I wanted really from my heart. I wanted you to believe today before you go, but I cannot push it. I mean, I'm just doing my best to help you, but it's something you feel, not something I want. You know what I mean? I want it to happen, but it's not me who can decide it. It's you. In John chapter 3, verse 16, it says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believe in him should not perish, but have eternal life." And this is what I wanted to you. I wanted you to believe in him for one reason. Christ, he will not get a benefit from this. I will not get any benefit from this. It is you only who get the benefit. This is what the Bible says, that whomever believe in him should not perish, but have eternal life. So with the Christ, you will have the eternal life. And the eternal life of Christ is not about versions. is not about shish kebab and hummus as Muhammad made it. This is a human being who is living in the bar, grow up in the bar. He want a bar. Jesus, his eternal life is different. His heaven is holy. His followers will live in a happiness, have nothing to do with any of those garbage we see. All those things around us are temporarily. Even when you enjoy food, for how long you will keep eating, and what the point? I mean, it's a food at the end of the day. Sex is the same. So those are temporary pleasure. But God who gave us those temporary pleasure, don't you think he can give us way better pleasure? All pleasure we have in our life is gift from God. So if somebody want to say, well, what God will give us more? Well, how you know about the pleasure of sex if God did not give you that pleasure? How you know about the pleasure of food if God did not give you the ability to taste? So the one who gave us a pleasure, which can make you motivated to do something, can't he give us a pleasure higher, way noble than food and sex and money? He's the God who created us. So with the Messiah, you will have eternal life, which is you will be a new person. You will not be sad to think about suicide as you did. Think about. You will not be desperate. You will not be bored. You will not be upset, for you will be living a perfect life with him.
These words are very, 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 how can I say that? Very kind, very motivating, and I will think, if God will, about that, and I wouldn't call God Allah or something like that, because Allah is just the God. It's separated. There are an article and the word God, but I hope God the Almighty will show me the right way.
I will pray for you.
The right path.
And I ask all the Christians here to pray for you too. We pray that the Lord the Almighty, he opened the eyes of our brother here. And I believe that you are maybe not halfway, you are very close to accept him as Savior. And feel free to contact me. When I go live on air, you can text me and I will call you. And if there's something more we can do, I will be happy to do. I'm here, your servant, my friend.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, my friend. May God Almighty bless you.
Thank you very much. Take care. And again, I will be waiting for you to call me, okay?
Yes. Thank you. Have a nice day,
You
Christian
too.
Prince.
Take care. Bye-bye. All right. Well, we have a very good time with our friend here from Albania. I wanted really, I wanted to hear a different ending. But, at the end of the day, it's him. It's him how he feel, what he think. It is him. It is his salvation. It is his life. It is his future. For us, we do what we think is right. And we try to help the Muslims, and we invite them the best invitation, which is to accept the Messiah. There is no better invitation than this invitation. And this is a clear proof that we love the Muslims. We will never hate them. Let us see if we have more Muslims calling or trying to call. And by the way, today I made it in this time, so people who live in Europe, they can join us. Let us see. Okay. All right. I'm trying to find if we have any Muslims. We have the guy who called me from yesterday. If I show you what he is saying to me, you will laugh. Let me show you what this guy is saying. How dare you? How dare you convert a Muslim? Debate me right now. You cannot accept cause. You cannot debate me. I destroyed you last time. Admit it. Let us call this a cute one. All right, my friend. Hello?
Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, you are the one who destroyed me last time, right?
Yeah.
You know what? Since yesterday, I have bruises all over my body because of you. I cannot believe it. So, you know, tell me what do you want me to say? What do you like to say? What do you think?
Listen, no. Listen. You deconverted somebody from the religion of Islam. Do you know what you have done, brother? You have made him into hellfire. You are responsible for somebody sent to hell.
But the Quran says you will go to hell anyway. Isn't it the Quran says وَمَا مِنْكُمْ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا?
No. Brother, listen. If somebody commits shirk, if somebody commits sin, do you know what happens? You do prayers, you do fasting, you do Ramadan, and you get forgiven.
Ah, okay. But you know, listen. But isn't it Allah, he says, Allah don't forgive those who commit shirk? So how if you do Ramadan, you will be forgiven?
You made that up. You're making up verses. You're making up verses on the spot.
No, I am not. You know.
Alhamdulillah.
No, I did not. You know, the Quran says Allah.
I'm calling for guidance.
Okay,
I'm calling for guidance of Allah.
Okay, read with me. Chapter 4, verse number 48. Go ahead.
That's Arabic. I can't read Arabic.
No Arabic, English.
Brother, I cannot read Arabic.
My friend, it's in English.
Brother, I cannot read Arabic.
Read it in English. You don't know Arabic.
Brother, I do not know Arabic.
I know you don't know Arabic.
Look, it's in Arabic. It's Arabic.
No, it's in English. Read it in English. Chapter 4, verse number 48.
Chapter 4, verse number 48. Let me read this. Sunan Nasiya. Allah does not forgive associating others with him.
Okay, so
yeah, he never committed shirk. He never believed in Jesus Christ as God.
But this is mean all the companions of Muhammad, they will not go to heaven, they will go to hell, because all of them, they used to do shirk. Abu Bakr, Umar.
No.
Yeah,
No, brother. Do not. No. Now you corrupting the Quran. No. You're laughing.
Yeah, I'm laughing because you're... Abdul, listen.
You're corrupting the Quran.
Abdul, okay. Who was the first Muslim? Who was the first Muslim in Mecca? Who was the first Muslim? Give me the name.
I don't know.
Muhammad, isn't Muhammad the first Muslim? He's the prophet.
Muhammad is not the first Muslim. No. Muhammad is not the first Muslim. The first Muslim is Abraham. Abraham was the first Muslim.
Okay. So, okay, let us go to the Quran then.
I'm reading the Quran. You do not understand the Quran.
Okay, so did Abraham came to Mecca?
Yes.
Okay. And so Abraham, Muhammad is not the first one who came to Mecca, correct?
No. Correct.
Okay. All right, let us see what the Quran said. Because as I know, you are wrong about this, you know. Let us see. According to the Quran, it says... Can you give me like a week to find the verses?
No. You find out. No. You find the verse now.
Okay. But I need some time. You know, like I'm looking right now. I cannot find it. So what do you think? What we will do?
You
now?
can find it. Look for it. Look, I will look it up. I will search it.
Okay.
Abraham went to Mecca. I searched this.
Okay.
Look, Muslims believe Abraham. Exactly.
Okay. The 2 weeks is over. Chapter 43, verse number 23.
Alhamdulillah. Allah give me guidance in this debate. I will win.
It says what? It
You
says,
don't have God on your side.
hold on. It says here in this verse, it says that we never send any any village or any town. If you want to destroy it, we will send bad people to it, and that will make it be destroyed.
So what? What's your point?
No, I'm saying that did Allah send Abraham to destroy the town, or he was the good guy? Who was the good guy? He is the...
No, he Abraham came to destroy the pagan statues and stuff.
Okay, so when Abraham he came to Mecca, the people they said to Abraham that you are a bad person. The verse saying that, like each time we send a messenger, a warner to people, the rich one or the bad one, they say to him, we are following the religion before us. Who was living in Mecca when Abraham came?
What?
Who was living in Mecca when Abraham came?
The pagan people.
So there was pagan in Mecca before Abraham?
Yes. Yeah.
They are mushrikeen, correct?
Yes.
But you just said, I just showed you that Allah forgive not shirk. So if Abraham come in to guide them to worship Allah, and Allah forgive not those who did shirk, so what the point of sending Abraham?
Well, Abraham had to fulfill his mission.
Yeah, but anyway, Allah will not forgive them anyway. So what the
no. Listen, no. Listen. The rule against shirk came after Abraham, not before him.
But you just said there is people was in Mecca before Abraham and they were mushrikeen.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
Abraham he come to them.
The rule against shirk.
So Abraham he come to them and he said to them, I am here to guide you to Allah. But the Quran says I'm not. Allah said, I'm not going to forgive them. So what the point of sending Abraham or Muhammad?
And that's a miracle of Allah.
But miracle? He said he will not forgive them. In the same time,
he will. No. He said he forgive after that. He made a new rule.
All right. You said Abraham is the first one to come to Mecca or Adam?
Oh, no. Adam never went to Mecca. Adam never went to Mecca.
Number 2 is what? Abraham?
Yeah, Abraham is one. Adam never went to Mecca.
No, according to Muslims, Adam is the one who built the Kaaba.
No, Abraham built the Kaaba.
No, Abraham...
Who told you that?
Abraham, he left up the Kaaba because after the flood, it was destroyed.
Oh, maybe... Oh, yeah, he built the second one. Yeah.
So now we agree, me and you, that Adam and Abraham and Isaac, and Ishmael, they were there. Okay, but here, chapter 34, verse number 44, it says, there's nobody came to Mecca before Muhammad.
I don't know. Where is it? Show it. You're lying. You lie.
Chapter 34. Don't shout, otherwise I will hang up on you. Chapter 34, verse number 44.
Well, put it up. I don't see it.
It's in the screen.
What verse again?
Chapter 34, verse number 44.
Okay. Let me read it real quick. Let me get my Quran. It says, they say, so even though we have never given any scriptures to study, nor did we even sent a warner before you, O Prophet.
Okay. So how you Muslim, you say that Muhammad is, there's Abraham was there, Adam was there, Ishmael was there, and then the Quran says we never sent to them a book or a messenger before you.
I don't really understand.
Well,
I don't get it.
Okay, no problem. When you understand, you let me know. Okay. Guys, don't tell me hang up. If you don't like to listen, go. Don't tell me what to do. When people don't like what you hear, close YouTube and leave to different page. We are not here a TV show to change for you the channel. So look at this. Muslims, they claim that Allah, he sent Adam, he sent Abraham, he sent Ishmael to Mecca. In the same time, he say that people of Mecca, they never receive a book before, neither a messenger before. So how that can be? Any Muslim would like to call? The reason I hang up on him, he shout, he's just like I don't know, weirdo. Anyone? Do we have any Muslim? Who is a Muslim can tell us how this contradiction can happen? If you say that Muhammad is the first messenger to the Arab, but don't you say Muslims that Ishmael is the father of the Arab? And don't you say that Muhammad is from Ishmael? See, your lies is working against you. If Ishmael is the father, grandfather of Muhammad, that's mean yes, they have a prophet from the Arab. And when Ishmael he came, and he is a messenger of Allah, shouldn't he have a book? What, he came with what, some potato in his hand? What the name of the book? Any Muslim knows what the name of the book? Because every prophet have a book. So or a messenger. So if he is a messenger, then he have a book. Because he have a message. The message of God is the book of God. Anyone will use bad names in his name, your text will not appear. The one who call himself sex. Your text will not appear. So go change your name. Whatever you say, YouTube will not allow you to, go change. Don't be silly. Do we have any Muslim would like to call us? Don't use bad language, otherwise we will block you. Doesn't matter if you claim to be Christian, Hindu, Jews, Muslim, doesn't matter. Do we have any Muslim would like to call us? Anyone? Yeah, we hang up on him. He said scared of debating me. For sure I'm scared of debating you. Come on, you have a... any Muhammadan would like to call us? Who is a Muslim? He have a long beard. He have a strong knowledge. He like to show people that this guy do not know much. Anyone? I don't know. I'm giving you the chance to prove me wrong. A spiritual journey? How you can take a spiritual journey over a donkey? That is not a spiritual no more. This is physical. All of us, we Arab, we go to the moon every day over donkeys, If you listen to Arab people stories, you will see how many times they fly a day to the seventh heaven. All their stories are fabricated. All our history is a fabrication. All of it. So do we have any Muslim would like to call us? Mayday, mayday. A Muslim is saying to me, fork you. Thank you, Muslim. Yeah. Why? Are you homo? I mean, okay, you say fork you. How a Muslim here is going to fork a man? You remind me about this hadith, Mr. Muslim. In the hadith it says that a bunch of Muslims, they came to complain to the caliphate. About what? That there is a man who is effeminate. He's a, gay. And he is tempting them when he bent over. Read the hadith with me and listen to this. And here you see how corrupt this society is. So they come to the caliphate, and this is Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith number 695. And they said to him, oh, we have a leader, he is a leader of fitna, a trial, affliction, etc. All of this, what happened? What he's doing? Leader of affliction, fitna, temptation, what is that? And we are afraid of being sinful following him. If, what happened? What happened? And then they said to him, Osman, he says, well, salat is the best deed of a believer, you know, so when people do good deed, do the same as they do. Okay, avoid the bad deeds. Az-Zuhri, he said, in our opinion, one should not offer salat behind a effeminate person unless there is no alternative. So look at those hypocrites. They are saying that a gay who is praying in front of them is tempting them. This means you must be a gay yourself. Because how a man, if he bend over, he tempt you, unless you are a guy who like men. Correct, people? How in the world you are tempted? How that can be tempting you? A man who is effeminate, as you describe him, he's a homosexual, he is bending over in front of you reading the prayer, and you are getting tempted. So supposedly they are saying the guy is bad, but the fact they themselves, they are the one who is homosexual, not the guy in front of them. Maybe he is, but obviously you will not get tempted unless you like it. So their stories is as stupid stories, like their prophet. How in the world you get tempted by the guy? He's a man. Is a homosexual or not? How he tempt you? What he do exactly? Do you see how stupid this cult is? There is a story about a guy. He's a mujahid. You know, he said, if I know who killed Uthman, I will do boom boom to him. A guy who liked boom boom to men, he said, well, I am the one who killed Uthman. Show us what we can do. So the other Muslim, he put him down and he started doing boom boom to him. And then the other guy from underneath, he was saying, if I know that this is the punishment of killing Uthman, I would love to kill him every day. I'm just trying to be polite, not to say the word exactly. You know what I'm talking about. If I know that boom boom is the punishment of killing Uthman, I would love to kill Uthman every day. This is Islam. All right? All right. Let us hide this name here. This name. Change your name. Come with the new name. You are a sex lover like your prophet? No problem. A Muslim, his name is Alexander Reed. Why do we exist? Oh, no, not to me. Sorry, I thought he's talking to me. Do we have any Muslim? Alright guys, I think we have enough for today. And today we made it in different time. I might come back later at night, I mean in my time. So, you know, like every day, we will see. But today we make it in different time, so those who live in Europe, they can join us and they can listen, because they were complaining that this is a time where they will be sleeping. So now you have no excuse. But now it's your duty, those who live in Europe, to bring me Abdul from Europe, so they will call me. As you see, we are short of Abdul. All right? The only one who want to debate me, and obviously I'm scared of him, is this kid who his name Why We Do Exist. Come on, debate me. Scared to debate me. A real Muslim. I will give you one more call just for a laugh, you know, just for comedy. Are you there?
I'm here. Hello.
Okay.
I have my camera on this time. As you can see,
All right, no
I have this
problem.
mask. You should be afraid.
No, don't open your camera for me. I'm not interested. I will hang up on you if you open the camera.
Look at the mask.
Okay, I will hang up on you then. Don't
No,
op-
no, no, wait.
Okay. So now, I want to ask you, is it true that
Yes, sir.
have you ever seen Shaitan piss? He pee?
I've never seen Shaitan piss.
But do he pee? Shaitan, do he pee?
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, he does.
Why you believe that he pee? What is the proof?
Well, it's because like, there are a lot of ridiculous things in the Quran, but I believe that there's a lot of evidence for like Islam, like scientific miracles. So I accept the entire Quran because of
Did
that.
you say there is ridiculous things in the Quran?
Huh?
Did you just say there is ridiculous things in the Quran?
Yeah, but I swear it because there's scientific miracles in it that prove that the whole thing's true.
Okay, but you just said there's ridiculous things in the Quran. Like what?
Like what you just mentioned.
Like what?
Like what you said, Shaitan pissing, the earwax. Like, it's kind of crazy, but it's like, as the scientific miracles prove Islam.
Ah, so you are saying there's stupid things in Islam, but Islam have something smart in the same time.
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
But that still makes it true.
Ah, okay.
But wait, why are you why do you want to debate?
So you think Muhammad was a stupid sometime, smart sometime, maybe?
No. He was always 100% truthful. He was the prophet of Islam.
Okay, so how he say that Shaitan he's piss in your ears?
Well, maybe that is true. It's just we don't understand it. Maybe it's just kind of out of our understanding. Like the Trinity. You don't understand the Trinity. You don't understand Trinity.
Yeah, I understand it.
We can debate the Bible. You would never debate the Bible with me. You would get knocked out of the park.
Really? Okay, knock me out of the park.
You look, last time. Last live stream, I asked you, show me a verse in the Bible, not the Quran, in the Bible, where it says Jesus is God, worship me, red letters, go.
Okay. Let us see.
I will repent to the Lord Jesus Christ.
Okay.
On live.
I will show you the verse from the Quran or from the Bible. Is that okay?
No Quran, Bible.
From the Bible and the Quran, because we have to connect. Who is the one who who is the one who forgives sin?
Huh?
Who is the one who forgives sin?
Allah.
Only Allah?
Only Allah.
Okay, so Muhammad cannot forgive sin.
Muhammad can accept sin, but he does not forgive them. He gives them to Allah. He's the interceder. He intercedes for us.
All right. So the Quran says that who can forgive sin save Allah. Do you agree with that?
I do agree with that.
All right. So if we show you that Jesus forgives sin, does that mean that he is God?
Jesus forgive no sin.
No, we are okay. It's not up to you. It's not up to me. Like, are you going to talk to me as a man or as a kid?
Well, I am the man here. I think you are the kid because you didn't give me a verse from the Bible.
So if I give you,
where's the Bible?
If I give you verses from the Bible, what you would do? You will accept that the Quran.
I will obey down. No. I will obey down and I'll accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior if you can prove that He is God in the Bible.
All right. But do you promise?
Promise. I promise.
Okay. All right. Let us see what the Bible says. I will put it for you in the screen. And let us see. This is Matthew, chapter 1 to 8, and we can read if you want specifically.
Matthew 1:8.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on it.
All right. Can you read it for us?
Matthew 1:8, correct?
Matthew, sorry, Matthew chapter 9, verse from 1 to 8.
Yeah. Okay, so I can do that.
Yeah.
Because I know more about the Bible than the Quran because I used to be a Christian.
Oh, you used to be a Christian. Yeah, I believe you.
Yes. Okay, let me read. So all through it, the entire thing.
So tell me what it says there.
And he entered the ship, passed over into the city, and behold, they brought a man sick of palsy, lying, and Jesus, seeing their faith unto them, Son, be of good cheer, thy sins be forgiven thee. And behold, the certain scribes say, he blasphemed.
Stop. Did you just say that Jesus said to the man, your sin is forgiven?
Yes, but Allah is forgiving them through Jesus.
No, where it says that Allah said, did he say your sin is forgiven? He forgive his sin?
Yes, but he said the Father is greater than I. So the Father, he is interceding for him. He's saying that your sins are forgiven.
Okay,
and
where it says what you are saying, where you are getting this?
I will give you the verse.
Where it says that the Father forgive your sin.
Okay. And when you are praying, if you hold anything against anyone, forgive them, so that your Father in heaven may forgive you your sins.
All right. So now, so who is the Father?
The Father is Allah.
Is Allah. Did Jesus says me and the Father is one?
That's corrupted.
But you just said to me, show me from the Bible.
Yes, but some parts, the parts that agree with the Quran are true. The parts that don't agree are corrupted.
Okay. That is correct. So other one. So now I just showed you that when the Father forgive, Jesus he forgive. If we go to Luke, as long as you said you know the Bible, Luke chapter 7.
Yeah.
Go there. Luke chapter 7, verse number.
Yeah, I'm on Luke chapter 7.
Read from verse number 5, like 45, 45, 46, 47, 48. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. You did not give me a kiss, but this woman, from the time I entered, has not stopped kissing my feet. You did not put oil on my head, but she has poured perfume on my feet. Therefore, I tell you, her many sins have been forgiven, as her great love had been shown. But whoever has been forgiven these little ones loves little. Then Jesus said to her, your sins are forgiven. The other guest said,
Stop.
Who is this who forgives sins?
Okay. Who is this who can forgive sin? What do you say?
I think, like I said, I think Allah is using Jesus through him, and he's
Allah is using Jesus.
Correct.
All right.
He gave him the authority to forgive sins.
But you
Allah
see,
gave him the authority to forgive sins.
But you see, you promised me if I show you that Jesus say he's God, and we agree that
show me he's God. Just because he confess forgiving sins doesn't make you God.
We agreed. Let us speak as a. If you want to speak like a kid, I will hang up on you. You said to me, if I show you that Jesus is God, and I ask you, who is the one who forgives sin? You said only Allah, right? Then I showed you another verse, and the verse saying that the Father forgive your sin, and I ask you, who is the Father? You said God. Okay. And then I said to you that Jesus says, me and the Father is one. And then we showed you a verse, Jesus saying to the women, go and your sin is forgiven. So only the Father can forgive sin. You said, this is God, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. And Jesus said to the women, your sin is forgiven. Did Jesus says, may your sin forgiven, or he said to her, go and your sin is forgiven?
Right.
So what right?
So
Jesus, he forgive her sins.
it's corrupted. It's corrupted though.
It's corrupted. Okay. So you are a hypocrite, you are a potato. You promise me if I show you in a clear evidence that Jesus is God.
Okay, no. One verse. Just give me a verse that says I'm God.
No, the verse is in the front of you. I can give you many. Chapter 3, verse 135 in the Quran says, who forgives sin save Allah only. Does it say that in the Quran?
Yeah, true.
Okay.
True.
And the verse I showed you, it says, Jesus said, go and your sin is forgiven, correct?
Yeah.
Does it say that may God forgive you?
No.
Does the Jew says to him, who is the one who forgives sin?
Yeah.
Which means only God can forgive sin, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So how Jesus forgives sin? You explain to me. Go ahead.
It's a maybe Jesus maybe was temporarily God. Like he was God for like maybe the time on earth, but then he was no longer God.
Okay, so Jesus was temporarily God for maybe that day, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, now correct. You said you will bow down and pray to Jesus if I prove to you that Jesus is God. Because
No,
Jesus
he's not God anymore, though.
No,
He was God.
he was God.
No longer.
But still, you said to me, if you can show me one verse in the Bible saying that Jesus is God, you will bow down or pray to Jesus. Go ahead, do it. Open the camera. I will put it on your screen.
Okay.
Open your camera.
Okay. All right. You win. You win.
You win. Oh, okay. So I
All
want.
right, Father God, I come unto you in the name of Jesus Christ. I ask for forgiveness in Jesus' name.
Okay. Oh, well, hold on. Nobody saw you bowing down. Just hold on. Let me put you in the camera so everybody can see you. Go ahead. Bow down again to Jesus.
Okay, Father, Father God, I come down to you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, and I ask for your forgiveness in Jesus' name. Amen.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, that's it. You left Islam and now you became a Christian. Good to have you, my friend. Thank you. All right, that was fun. It's funny what we can say, you know. I mean, what you can do. Yeah, can you show me where Jesus is God? Jesus is God temporarily now. What does that mean? You know, is it a God or is it not God? Only God can forgive sin. The Quran confirmed that. So when the Muslims they say to you, show me where Jesus says I'm God, you know, I mean, there is no honesty here. Right? There's no honesty. In the challenge, there's no honesty. Even Jesus, he confirmed, yes, your sin is forgiven. Go in peace. Don't worry about them. Who is the one who can forgive sin? Did Jesus says, I don't forgive sin? No, you know, don't take me wrong. No. So when the Quran confirmed that nobody forgives sin save save Allah, and then we find that the Messiah, he confirmed that he is the one who saved people from their sin, and even the people right away they question, who is the one who can, you know, forgive sin? Who is the one who can do that? He said to her, go in peace. Your sin is forgiven. That's it. Who is this that forgive sin also? Also. So my friends, we have millions of reasons to believe in Jesus as God, and we use the yellow pages of Muhammad to prove our point, not because we believe in the Quran, but because the Quran is what you believe in. So we show you from what you believe in the reasoning. Otherwise, we do not need the Quran. Quran is just a stupid book. Anyway, so today we have 2 people left Islam. Thank to God. Thank you, Lord. And we pray that our mission will be doing better and better and better. And please, if you know a Muslim sheikh who claimed that to have knowledge, there's no need to say face to face and all this madness, because obviously if you say that, you are trying to avoid debating me. You can call me. We will have a nice conversation. People do not need to see your face, neither my face. You know, there's no need for that. But people who make it face to face is just seeking excuse. So the debate will never happen. Actually, we can even call it a nice conversation, not a debate. All right? So if we can find a Muslim, if you can find a Muslim, if you know a Muslim who is willing to do so, please let him contact us. And I will be happy to talk to you, to see what what you believe in, how much you know, how much smart you are, how much educated. You never know. Maybe you will make me convert to Islam. You know, for me, who said? I mean, virgins. I mean, who can resist that? Hummus in heaven? There's no hummus. That's bad. There's only. I mean, the Quran is a very funny book, by the way. It says "Lahmu tayrin," that you will eat the meat of birds, from what you wish. Only what about if I like shrimp? Only bird. So the whole heaven is about barbecue, chicken barbecue, or duck's barbecue, or turkey barbecue, and this is only grape, bird, food, bracelet, chair, couches, pillows, and women. That's it. Nice to meet you. What a boring life. No TV, no internet, nothing. Allah, he never heard about it at that time. Trust me, if Muhammad, he saw screen TV, he will promise you the biggest screen TV ever you can imagine. He will give you unlimited access to internet in his heaven and Quran. But in his time, this is what, you know, people dream about, you know, like a grape, قطوفها دانية. You do not eat. Look how lazy even they are. They don't even want to move. The grape will come down to you. Like it's coming down. قطوفها دانية. What I mean, so what those people would do, I wonder even how they have sex, because obviously they will not move. They are lazy, you know. Maybe it's a, you know, it's like imaginary sex, because if you cannot even go and get the grape, you know. Look at this, قطوفها دانية, chapter 69, verse number 23, chapter 76, verse number 14. You know, what is this? I mean, he is thinking about how it's going to be easy to reach. I mean, it's a grape tree. It's not like a palm tree. No, we will make it short for you. But what short for you? Aren't you going to make them 90 miles tall? I mean, if the guy is tall, he's 90 miles tall. What do you mean he will make the palm tree down, you know, for them? I mean the grape tree. What a crazy cult. If he is 90 miles tall. You know, and this reminds me, by the way, like if you go before we finish today, you know, the Muslim believe that Adam and all the Noah and etc. they were so tall. If you go and search for the tomb of a prophet Adam in the internet, okay, let us see. This is the one. This is one for Adam. No, this is Amran. Amran is shorter than Adam. Just to give you an idea, guys. Just to give you an idea. Look at this. Let me put it on the screen for you. This is the tomb of Amran. Who is Amran? This is the father of Mary. I mean, do you see how tall it is? This guy is like 90 meters. This is the tomb of the father of Mary according to Islam. Okay, Adam and Abraham, they are older, they are taller. So I want to know how in the world that Adam, who was so tall, yet he built the Kaaba so small. The Kaaba is not even to the height of his shin. You know, okay, Adam, he built the Kaaba, and then Abraham, he fixed it. Okay, but why is so small if they are so tall? This is not even in the size of a little box delivery from Amazon compared to the size of Adam or Abraham. What happened? Based on this, the Kaaba should be like 70 floor, higher than the highest building in the earth. Do you think it shrink because of a global warming? What a stupid cult. No, we are not taking calls in Skype, my friend. We are using Paltalk. If you know a Muslim, he's a sheikh, please feel free. We would be happy to have him live with us. With this, I want to finish for today so people can download the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. We have 2 Muslims today who left Islam. Glory to the Lord. One he accepted Jesus, the other one he is in the way. So that is wonderful. Thank you very much for being here. Feel free to subscribe to our channel and to join us in Patreon if you care. Until we see you soon again, maybe a few hours from now, maybe tomorrow, we will see. Subscribe and wait for the coming event. Don't forget to leave a comment if you are a Muslim. And if you are a Muslim who can challenge me, don't forget to call me. As you see, we go live, waiting for your call. It's a challenge, friendly challenge. Can you make it? Do it then, so Allah can give you extra versions. Thank you all. Christ is Lord. Islam is false, and we prove it every day. Love the Muslims, don't hate them. Be good as your Lord. Be good as your Lord. And the good you do because you are good, not because you must do it. Because this is what you are, not because somebody is forcing you. He was good, for this is his nature. So follow your Lord and don't be like Muhammad. Don't be a hateful person. Don't be a violent person. Everyone goes where he belongs. So my friend, if you believe in Christ, go where you belong. Be holy like him. God bless you, and may the Lord keep you safe. Take care.